This is the Fox Report. Tonight, it has been 3 months since we first learned of a scandalous behavior at the IRS, namely singling out politically conservative groups in this country. Now, a new development at the place that handles all our tax money. And armed, dangerous, and moving through treacherous terrain with a kidnapping victim in tow. At this hour, a manhunt as police try to reach a teenage girl before the worst might happen. Federal agents, U.S. Marshals, and dozens of local law enforcement armed and on a mission to find this suspected killer. Some on horseback to traverse one of the most remote and rugged areas in the lower 48. They say this man took a teenage girl after allegedly murdering her mother and brother. Fox reports tracking an experienced outdoorsman and his victim in a place called the No Return Wilderness area. Also,
our hearts go out. We can say that some folks have lost their homes.
Mayhem in the streets. Torrential rain triggering a fast-moving mudslide through one Colorado town. And not everybody could escape its path. And is this the face of an angel? Some first responders think so after a mysterious man arrived at the scene of an accident in response to a prayer, then vanished without a trace.
It is my feeling that it was nothing more than sheer faith and nothing short of a miracle.
I'm Harris Faulkner, a man accused of double murder on the run with a young girl police say he kidnapped. Authorities turning to what appears to be the best place to go when you don't want to be found. It's called the Frank Church River of No Return Wilderness. The search for 16-year-old Hannah Anderson and her suspected captor James DiMaggio, focusing on this sprawling expanse of land. It's in central Idaho, the largest wilderness area in the lower 48 states, covering more than 2 million acres. It includes hundreds of miles of trails and crosses over wild whitewater rivers. It's also home to mountain lions, wolves, and black bears. When hikers visit there, they are advised to leave no trace behind. DiMaggio's car found yesterday morning right outside the tiny town of Cascade, and that is at the head of a trail leading into that wilderness area. Authorities also say a horseback rider saw a man and a girl matching their description, but didn't realize until he got home and saw reports on television about her disappearance. That's when he called the Amber Alert tip line.
They did appear to have gear with them. They had camping equipment, it seemed to him. I think he described the interaction as odd, but nothing alarming.
Police tell us DiMaggio is a suspect in the murders of Hannah's mother and her 8-year-old brother Ethan. Their bodies found in DiMaggio's burning home in California last Sunday. Authorities officially identified the child's charred bodies just last night. Dominic Nicali is live for us in Los Angeles. And Dominic, it sounds like one of the most challenging manhunts that they've had in a very long time.
Certainly, as Harris, locals say the area is the river of no return for a reason. It's harsh and rugged, steep terrain, lots of downwells and thick brush, too tricky for crews to search overnight tonight. This sighting of DiMaggio and Hannah was 4 days ago that we're talking about, so where they could be now is absolutely anyone's guess. We do know from police that DiMaggio was an avid camper and he recently purchased camping equipment, suggesting that his back may have been planned well in advance. Police say they don't know if he's been to Frank Church River before, and they're not even sure if he's anything but a survivalist, but they're looking into how he could navigate the river, including a baby bird rafting the river.
Well, Dominic, I have been reading reports of authorities deploying drones and infrared devices. What are they using in terms of assets?
Well, Ada County Sheriff's Department spokeswoman wouldn't say if drones or infrared devices are being used, Harris, but in public relations language, I can tell you this from experience, it's often interpreted as a way of saying they are indeed being deployed. A flat denial is usually what comes out of saying what. Now, if DiMaggio is holed up with Hannah in a remote cabin, say, with satellite TV, it is unlikely, the authorities may not want him to learn what methods they're deploying to trace him. However, officials we can't confirm if the drones are being deployed. The Sheriff's Department has pointed out that there is a dangerous man on the loose here, and the public needs to be protected.
The search takes different directions. That can change. We will, and safety being our top priority, we're going to make sure that we don't put anybody in harm's way. And so if we need to move people out of an area, we will.